On today's retro spot, we're looking at something a little different than the normal variety of toys on this channel. Today's retro spot, we're having a look at the Biker Mice from Mars, Throttle, leader of the Biker Mice. Throttle does include a sprocket launcher that really fires. This comes to us from Galoob, the company normally responsible for micro machines. And on the back of the package, a wide variety of figures. Certainly all the biker mice. There's Charlie as well. She was the equivalent of April O'Neil. I mean, pretty much this show was inspired by Ninja Turtles. There's Lawrence Limburger. There's Dr. Carbuncle with Fred the Mutant. What else we got there? Electromag, Grease Pit. I always thought Grease Pit was interesting. You know what? I don't think you guys really benefit at all from me just talking about it. Let's zoom in and show some of these figures. There's Electromag, Grease Pit. There's Charlie. Lawrence Limburger. We got some choppers as well. Modo. Vinny's Radical Rocket Sled with Vinny. I believe Ian Ziering from 90210 did one of the voices on the show. For the read-up, it says, they're motorcycle masters made of muscle, and they're the baddest mamma jammas this side of Mars. Throttle, Modo, and Vinny crash-landed in Chicago after escaping the evil Plutarchians who destroyed their planet. Now they continue to battle Lawrence Limburger, the head of Plutarchian on Earth, and his ruthless partners in crime. Roar into action with these music-loving, rocking, and rolling, radical rodent heroes as they outwit the bad guys in one adventure after another. Vinny is 6'2". He weighs 200 pounds. Super weapons, nuke gloves, vape gun, laser gun, arm-mounted sprocket launcher hurls deadly motorcycle sprockets. As the clear-headed thinker of the group, Throttle makes an ideal leader, calm and sure of himself. He's slow to push into a fight, but ready for action whenever Limburger and his goons get out of line. He keeps Vinny out of trouble most of the time. That's in brackets, most of the time. And Modo on track. Throttle has a Biker Mice from Mars tattoo on his right arm. As indicated, you can cut this out if you want to keep this as part of your collection. It also includes 10 biker points, which, as far as I know, did not actually go towards anything at all. But it was there if you wanted to collect it. That would be packaging on the Biker Mice from Mars Throttle. What I am going to do is take a bit of a break. I'm going to get this opened up, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at Throttle. There's more to come, guys. Stay tuned. As for Throttle's accessories, he does come with, again, the sprocket launcher. It basically clamps onto the figure's arm. We're going to just take Throttle's arm here and just clamp it into place, like so. And once in place, you'll take one of the sprockets, clamp it into. You're going to take that little peg. Well, it's not really a peg, that little circular piece that sticks out. You're basically going to clamp it into the launcher. This setup has been done frequently with different toy lines. It always relies on the same idea. And then you press this button, and it actually fires a pretty good distance. Now luckily, if you've lost one of these, you're still in luck, you get another 2. So you get 3 in total. They're like tokens as well. If only they had some value, you could go and buy something with them. But you get 3 of them. It's not bad. I mean, it's not a bad gimmick. It's a weapon. It doesn't really affect anything on the figure, so I like it. I like it for that reason. And it's got some pretty good play value out of it as well. Put that aside, let's have a look at Throttle. For relatively old figures, the Biker Mice from Mars toys were always really, really done well. The detail, I think for the most part, they look like the cartoon counterparts. I would say so. He's got the Biker Mice from Mars tattoo, as indicated on the packaging, on the side of his arm there, the shoulder area. He's your standard variety 90s style character. He's got some jeans going on there, some pants, some biker pants. He's got some boots going on. He's also got himself a tail. Doesn't really look like the tail does anything. You can't move it. Oh, yes, you can. Sorry, Spot's a liar. Just disregard what I've just said. Spot was just leading you guys on. You can't actually rotate the tail. He's got himself a little bandana going on. He's got the little bandana. I mean, he basically fits the bill. He also looks exactly like that guy from Friday the 13th Part 3. The guy that gets the pitchfork in the barn. Wouldn't you say he looks exactly... He's wearing exactly the same outfit. Even the same red, thing on his wrist. Little bandana around his neck. The beauty of these figures... Oh, and also, before we get to that, scratch that as well. It also does come with a helmet. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wait a minute, Spot, that helmet is going to fit his face, but what about these antennas? Surely these antennas are going to break right off. Or if they're a pliable rubber, they're going to warp. They're never going to look like that again. Again, this is the beauty of the Biker Mice from Mars toys, is the fact that the antennas actually went into the head, as you can see, like that. So, something like a Biker Mice from Mars helmet is no problem at all. I'm just going to put that over top, push it down. It doesn't completely cover his face. You can see that it sticks up a little bit, but he's got his helmet on and no problem with the antenna. I think that's just awesome work by Galoob. Another really good aspect, see, there goes the antennas. The other good aspect of the Biker Mice from Mars figures is the fact that they're super articulated. Again, the year of these, let me just double check here, 1993. 1993. However, you would suspect with most 90s figures, I mean, Ninja Turtles had this, really any 90s line pretty much had your standard swivel in the head, swiveled arms, swiveled legs, right? Not necessarily the case for Biker Mice from Mars. The articulation on these figures, you have your rotation in the head, you have the rotation in the arms, and you're like, okay, so far, what is it, Spot? What's going on? The arms also do go out. So you get pretty much a pin and socket shoulder in the actual shoulder area. You also get a bend in the elbow, nothing in the wrist, but a bend in the elbow. No waist swivel, which, well, it's not that big of a deal. The legs do bend forward and back, and also out, as you can see. They also bend at the knee. Factor this in. This is a toy from 1993, my friends, and it has articulation better than some of the other toys that are out now. He's a little short. I mean, some of the figures, especially like Ninja Turtles and like the Biker Mice figures, they're really, really short. Of course, they could have easily been a little taller, but I guess for the purpose of for costs of producing these and everything else. As far as I know, much like the cartoon series they're based on, the toy line didn't do very well at all, which is a real shame. And there's noise going on in the background, just disregard that. Somebody's doing stuff outside. It's just a really shame that the line didn't do well, and it's a real shame that the cartoon didn't do very well. I think it was only around for like 2 seasons or something like that. But these are just really fun figures. I was really glad that at least I was able to find Throttle. Maybe I might, if I can find the other ones, I'll do reviews for you guys as well. The Biker Mice from Mars leader, Throttle, I think I'm going to give him an 8.5. Just a really good concept of what a figure should be based on a cartoon series. And the fact that we get extra arm articulation and leg articulation, that is win-win. Today's throwback, Spot was having a look at the Biker Mice from Mars Throttle, which also comes to us from Galoob, 1993. Let me know your thoughts down below. Maybe let me know if you guys have ever, maybe you guys own these as when you were a kid as well. And you can say, yeah, Spot. I totally had all the Biker Mice, and yes, they were cool toys. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time.